Hi, I'm Tom Marks with the Marks Law Firm in Orlando, Florida, and welcome to the Healthy Family Law Attorney. So we have a interview with one of the attorneys in the firm today, Matt Capstraw. Matt's been with the firm for 5 years. Or more than 5 years. So I like to refer to Matt as our kind of resident expert on the Florida family law rules and case law and all that. So Matt's been practicing family law for over 23 years. He's tried cases all over Central Florida. He's tried cases that have been taken on appeal to all levels, the district courts of appeal and the Florida Supreme Court. Matt is incredibly knowledgeable about the rules, and the ability to apply that knowledge is so helpful to the clients. Matt's been very involved in the family law section of the Florida Bar and the Family Law Rules Committee, and he has helped contribute to the creation of Florida's Collaborative Process Act and Florida's Parenting Coordination Statute and other statutes and other rules in Florida. I could go on, but welcome aboard, Matt. How are you doing?
I'm doing quite well. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm glad we can chat. AJ Fowinkle, one of the other attorneys in the firm, was on the channel not too long ago, so I wanted to have you on also. So let's talk about we have 10 core values in the firm, and I talked about that a little bit with AJ. What core values stand out to you?
I think first and foremost is heart for the client. We're taking clients and we're reaching them really at what may be part of the worst parts of their life and trying to get them through it as sanely and as fast as we can. I think that's one of the first and foremost things. I also appreciate what Attorney mentioned, Attorney Fowinkle. Attorney Fowinkle also practices criminal law. I've never practiced criminal law, so when I have a case that has components or the criminal cases going on with a family law case, it's wonderful to have that resource available to me to be able to bounce ideas off or understand interaction.
Absolutely. Good point. So the fact that you have practiced for over 23 years, and really the fact that you're kind of our resident expert on the family law rules, and you've been on the family law committees and so forth and helping shape those rules, how does that add value to how you represent the clients?
Well, I always look at the committee work and see, especially also the work with the family law section, because a lot of the changes in family law are initiated by family law practitioners. It's interesting to go in and watch an idea become a statute or become a rule, because you see the arguments and the debates about it, and you understand why there are provisions. Like I always remember with one of the absolute Florida's alimony statutes, one of the prior changes, we inserted the line that you can mix types of alimony. It's there because I brought it up. It's important to make sure that distinction is there. But to see the arguments, like the arguments with Florida's relocation statute, with the rules, and also the forms. Everything is put in the rules and forms for specific reasons. It helps to understand the basics and the background of that when your normal day-to-day practice. And also, sometimes when you're stumped, it's nice to know people that have worked on it and be able to bounce ideas off.
Right, absolutely. And I think it's so helpful to have a firm where you have attorneys like AJ Fowinkle, who's done criminal defense work, and attorneys like you who have been on the rules committee and help the history of it, how it was formed, really the nuances regarding the rules and the various statutes, like the new collaborative law statute. And you may have already said it, but tell our viewers what you think your greatest strength is and how that helps our clients.
I think for me is, again, I think you mentioned before, I've been doing this for over 20 years now. Part of it is, at some point, and family law is the closest thing to a general practice you really can find these days, is that you've seen that before. If I had $1 for every time in which the client told me, my case is the worst we've ever seen, that would be a very wealthy man right now. You've seen it, you have perspective with the rules. You've seen the interplay and how the rules work. You've seen how judges will respond to issues and also how to respond to the judges and to properly tell the client where to get their ideas from.
Right. So you've been with the firm for over 5.5 years. If you can remember back, what really attracted you to joining the firm back then?
I think what attracted me back then was the ability and willingness of the firm to trust me to work with the client, to do things that are in the client's interest rather than the firm. Family law is very emotional. Family law is possible to fight over every single issue. Well, it doesn't make sense to fight over every single issue, especially with a lot of cases. And a lot of my work is middle class solutions with children. Well, these are people that are going to be dealing with each other for years to come, and even when children are emancipated and adults. It's important to be able to go in and the firm lets me work with clients and help them to understand what makes sense to fight, what doesn't make sense to fight, and how to help them make those choices. I'm not pushed to maximize the firm's return on a case, but more to maximize the client's return from the firm in working towards their interest and explaining to them, here's what is possible, here's what I recommend, here's why. In the firm, each firm I always thought had a focus on the client and seeing that their needs are met rather than the firm.
Right. So I started the firm almost 30 years ago, and I worked for 3 firms prior to that. And I really wanted to do things differently. I wanted to really establish a firm that put the client first and had core values and had a mission statement. And really we had a purpose in representing our clients. So what do you think, Matt, from your experience with the firm that really sets the Marks Law Firm apart from other family law firms?
Well, we've got a wealth of experience. You and I have both been practicing longer than we'd like to admit sometimes. I'm also a certified family law mediator and also a dependency mediator. With Attorney Bowenthal, we have a gentleman who has been practicing criminal law. We have a wealth of experience with the firm, but also everyone, our clients remain individuals. This is a very client-centered, client-focused firm. You go in and I make sure clients understand when they meet with me. If you wake up at night with concerns, call me. If I can't talk to you then, we'll set up a time and go talk, go over with you if that's something you should be concerned about or not. I'm not going to go in and you're not going to be pushed off to a paralegal. We're going to talk about your concerns, if it's really a concern or not, or if it is a concern, we're going to talk about how are we going to address it to go in and get the best possible outcome for the situation in which we have. I think this program is highly focused on not only just being creative for a client, but listening to a client, making time for them, and making time to talk. And unless I'm in trial or other hearing, I will get back to a client within 24 hours to make sure that they're not sitting and waiting. For sometimes worry and people go into this is a very emotional aspect. This is a very hard time in people's lives. Part of my belief is if I can go in and get people good information to make the best possible decision, that will help them have a happier part of their life. Nothing makes me happier than to run into a client or hear from a client years later and hear that they're doing well. Life is telling you it's stable.
So, Matt, I know you believe in our core values. You believe in our mission statement. You also believe that when I say we believe families matter, and so we want to provide hope and help to your family to successfully navigate the family law process in a healthy way, and to try to seek reconciliation for clients in the right circumstances. And we're all 3 collaboratively trained as an option or an alternative that family law clients are supposed to be told about by family law attorneys in their initial consultations. So all of that is great because it really is part of being in a firm that wants to believe in something and to really provide hope and help to families. So last question.
Okay.
Do you have a healthy tip for our audience today?
Enjoy and make time for your children when they're young. I have to laugh. I asked you to move up our start time today because I want to go in to one of my children's sporting events. You're never going to be able to recreate the time or the bond you can create if you're young. Make time for them. Show that they're important. See them, and it'll pay off dividends for you in the future with them. And then, I'd rather go in and see my child sport an event for the college or pro, which comes down to sure what's important or what matters.
Awesome. So to our viewers, hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. If you have a question or comment, please leave that in the comment section below. Matt and I, either one of us would be happy to get back to you with answers. If you have ideas for new videos in the future, suggest that also. I love to hear comments from our viewers. And I have enjoyed this tremendously. Matt, thank you so much for being on the channel today.
Well, thank you for having me on.
Okay, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.